finding the weighted average atomic mass. This is actually the atomic mass that is shown on the periodic table. And it's based on scientists analyzing samples from all over the world and figuring out what the most common ratio of different isotopes is in the mix, and then weighting, weighting, weighting that the masses according to the percent abundance. So notice in this chart that we're going to use in a little bit, we're talking about the abundance, the percent abundance of all the different isotopes of a particular element. So for instance, I'm going to do an example of chlorine here, and it's got two isotopes. We just call this one 35 and 37, but we actually know their masses to a much finer number of sig figs. Like, look at that. That's 7 sig figs there for each one. And we know their percent abundances, right? Percent abundance. We're going to use those two things to come up with the average atomic mass that you see on the periodic table for, in this case, chlorine, and then later we'll do the example of lead. So the formula I'm giving you uses these capital letters to represent atomic masses, and these small letters to represent their mole fractions, which means this is like a percentage turned into a decimal. So we're going to do this for just chlorine, first of all. It's a simple one because we only see two isotopes here, two isotopes, the 35 and the 37. So notice, because there are just two isotopes, I don't need A, B, C, D, E. I just need A and B. I don't need V, W, X, Y, Z. I just need V and W. So I'm going to do the mole fraction of chlorine 35, which, according to this chart, the percent abundance is 75.78. So I'm going to put down 0.7578 for the mole fraction, and then I'm going to multiply that by the 34.968, and then 85, 96885. Okay, and then to that I'm going to add, that was my V and A. This is my V, this is my A. Now I'm going to put in my W, which is the mole fraction of the other isotope, which apparently is 0.2422. And then the large capital B, the mass here, known to the right number of sig figs, is 36.96590. And then I'm going to put this into my calculator. And the answer comes out to 35.452554. But on the periodic table, the old ones I used to use said 35.453, and I think your AP and maybe star chart only say 35.45. Our factor in each term that has the fewest has only 4 sig figs. All right. I want to scroll up on this paper, and I'm going to do the lead example. So you can see that lead is, we're seeing lead here in our table. So I'm going to have to use my mole fraction of the lead 204. My mole fraction is my percentage is 1.4, so that would be 0.014, turning a percentage into a decimal. And I'm going to multiply that by 203.97303. Those numbers came from the percentage from 1.4 turning into 0.014, and atomic mass of that particular isotope, 203.97303. Now I'm going to go on and do my mole fraction, 0.241, for the 206 isotope, which has an actual mass of 205.97445. And now I've got to add on a term for the mole fraction of the 207 isotope, so 0.221, and its mass is 206.9 0.7588. Oh, I need to add in one more term. So the 0.524 being the mole fraction for this last, the 208 isotope, its actual mass being 207.97664. And I'm going to plug those into the calculator and get my answer. So my calculator reads that answer is 207.2168937. Of course, since that's got three figs, that's got three, that's got three, that's got only two, hypothetically I should just be putting 210. But your periodic table must have been constructed by people using mole fractions with more sig figs. So your periodic table will say 207.2. You can see how they got that here. Actually, I've added my units on. These are atomic mass units so that you can compare between masses of the different elements using those units. And that will be the final answer.